Raga, all devotees, Dhammas. So today we went to Kamavan. Just touching that place and calm, love for Krishna comes in the heart. So many pastimes there, especially today, we went last to Kameshwar Mahadev. So what is the meaning of Gopeshwar, Kameshwar, Rameshwar? Many people bewildered by this also. Like one time, the deity of Rameshwar, that's in South India, Lord Ram worshipped that before he crossed to Lanka. So many people think by the mercy of Lord Shiva, Lord Ram crossed the ocean. Because he worshipped Lord Shiva. That means that Lord Shiva is the master of Ram, many people think. But every morning Lord Ram also bows down to his mother and father. Does that mean Damodara Maharaj is Bhagavan now and Lord Ram is not? So one time there was an argument going, what is the meaning of Rameshwar? Humans said, oh, because Shiva is the Ishvara of Ram, his name is Ishvara. The demigods could not tolerate that. They spoke, no. Both Ram and Shiva are both Ishvara, therefore his name is Rameshwar. Then finally Shiva himself could not tolerate it. So he came from the Murti. Fools, Ram is my Ishvara, therefore my name is Rameshwar. So, Kameshwar means what? What is the Ishvara? What is the Guru of Shiva? That is the Gopi's Kam, the Gopi's Prema. So that Prema is his worshipful goal, worshipful deity, therefore his name is Kameshwar. This Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj spoken by Lord Shiva. So in Narabat Lila, no one thinking Krishna is Bhagavan. They think what? He is coward boy, he is villager, he is my friend. Therefore in Braj, no one worships Krishna. What he will give? Sri Ram thinks, what he will give? I have more cows than him, I'm better looking than him, I'm stronger than this. What he will give me? So therefore, Narabat Lila, in Tattva, Shiva always meditates on the gopis. The gopis are his worshipful gurus. But in Nara Lila, another thing may come. Like the small girls worshipping Katyani. But actually they're not worshipping Durga, they're worshipping the Antaranga Shakti, the Swarup Shakti, Yogamaya. So the same way, the gopis in Nara Lila, they're worshipping Mahadev. Because Shiva is Asutosh, very easily satisfied. So Gopi is there doing this pastime. But Tattva should not be misunderstood. So also the Pandavas, long time they spent in and around Kamyava, many years actually. So we could not, because time was lacking, we could not speak too many pastimes there. So especially there was the dishonoring of Jayadratha happened there. The Pandavas had to spend, 12, 14 years in exile and 1 year in hiding. So this was very sad, especially for Draupadi. She is queen, the queen of the earth planet. And look what happened to her. But still the Pandavas, despite happiness and so-called sadness, gain and loss, they not gave up Krishna. And we are like that. We experience some trouble. Hey, this path is not mine. Because we misunderstand the path. The path is not so-called material gain or loss or respect or disrespect. The goal is Krishna. So in all situations, devotees remain fixed on their meditation. So, the Pandavas were there in Kamyavan, and Draupadi was very beautiful. Guru Maharaj would say she's like Miss Universe, so attractive. Her body complexion same as Krishna, therefore people would call her Krishna. Same name as Radhika, Krishna. So, she was There would come Ivan cooking something, then Jayadrat came. Then Jayadrat, very lusty, when he saw the beauty of Draupadi, he could not control himself. So he went to kidnap her. Actually, Draupadi was so strong, she knocked him out with a punch. Because she is also Kshatriya, no? Wife of Kshatriya means also same blood. So she knocked him out. Anyhow, somehow Jayadrat managed to take her in his chariot and run. So as she was being carried away, she cried out for her husbands. So especially Bhima and Arjuna, they both chased down the chariot of Jayadrat and pulled him from the chariot. Especially Bhimsen was very angry. Gave him so many chapatis, so good beating. And then taking his sword, he was about to take his life. Arjuna said, we cannot take his life. Some relation was there between Jayadrat and the Pandavas. He had married, there's something like that. There was some blood relation through marriage. Huh?
Sister of the Kauravas.
What?
Like the only sister of 100 Kauravas, 100 brothers of sister.
Okay, so Dushana, anyway, some marriage relationship was there. So he cannot kill the brother-in-law. Also Draupadi's heart, some punishment should be there. Therefore the Pandavas gave him a haircut. No? 2 cigars, half a moustache, it's so much disrespect. So Jayadrat was thinking how to revenge himself on the Pandavas. This is also one seed of Mahabharata planted here. So Jayadrat thought which deity is easily pleased, so he worshipped Lord Shiva. Some very hard austerity he did for many years. Then Shiva said, what do you want? I want to kill the Pandavas. And Shiva became very sad. Because demons always disturbing him with these type of things. So Shiva sort of said yes, but in another way. You can defeat the Pandavas as long as Arjuna is not present. It's like, anyway, so Benedict. So Jayadrat was thought very good, something better than nothing. So during the Mahabharata war, then Arjuna had been challenged by a group of fanatics called the Samstapakas. They don't take a vow. We will give up our bodies, but we will take the life of Arjuna. So every day they would challenge Arjuna, and Kshatriya cannot refuse a challenge. So during the first few days of the Mahabharata war, everyone else was fighting, but Arjuna alone was fighting these so many millions of Samstapakas there. So at that time Jayadrat attacked. They made themselves into one Chakravyuha. So that's another Mahabharata. Another Chakravyuha. This was like a circular formation. No one could pierce it. So Arjuna could pierce it, but Arjuna was away fighting. So Arjuna's youngest child, Abhimanyu, and he said, I heard the mantras from my father in the womb. I know how to enter, but I do not know how to exit. So the Pandavas said, don't worry, we will support you. So they attacked the Vyuha. So the boy, he was only 16 years old. He would enter, but Jayadrat was there. So they could not defeat him because Arjuna had the benediction of Lord Shiva and Arjuna was not there. So because of Jayadrat, then Abhimanyu, despite fighting wonderfully, he was killed by the Kurus in a very bad way also. So when Arjuna returned after, Arjuna had just heard the whole Bhagavad Gita, but still his most dear son was killed a few days later. But he not abused Krishna, he not blamed Krishna. His life is like that. So when he came home, the Pandavas, the remaining Pandavas, were so ashamed. They could not look Arjuna in the face. Because of us, his son was killed. Like Arjuna was asking Krishna, his chariot driver, why no one is welcoming me? Normally everyone sees me, hey Arjuna, but today everyone is hanging their heads. No one is welcoming me. Especially my dear boy Abhimanyu, every day he runs out and embraces me, touches my feet. Oh Father, today this happened, that happened. But my son Abhimanyu is not coming. What has happened? Again and again, but even Krishna not answering directly. Because In India, you should not tell bad news to someone. Arjuna could understand. Because of Jayadratha, my son was killed. So Arjuna took a vow. If I do not kill Jayadratha by the setting of the evening sun tomorrow, I will give up my life on fire. He vowed. So there were so many spies in each camp, they passed news. When Jayadratha heard that, he packed his carry-on and began running. Because Arjuna, Narayan, who can defeat Arjuna? Jayadratha wanted to run away, but somehow the other, no, stay here, we will protect you, don't worry. So the next day, the whole army was arranged over protecting Jayadratha. Fighting, Arjuna was killing millions, but he could not pierce them. He could not pierce the army. So Krishna, so much clever. So Krishna, the sun had set actually. The sun looked like it was setting like this. Arjuna gave up. Now I will enter fire. So when the pier was being built, all the Kurus were like, Arjuna's finished. He will finish himself. So when Arjuna was about to enter the fire, then Krishna said, hey, take your weapons with you. How can a soldier give up his life without his weapons? So Arjuna had all his weapons ready. And all the Kurus, they were in the back trying to get a nice view of the suicide of Arjuna. So Krishna there was no sunset. Krishna had covered the sun with his Sudarshan chakra. So especially Jayadratha was on the back, standing on the soapbox, making sure he gets the nice view. Then Krishna, Arjuna, prepare your weapons. Why? Just prepare. At that moment, Krishna removed his Sudarshan chakra. There was no sunset, and Jayadratha was... Arjuna took up his head with an arrow. The bloodthirsty Kshatriyas roared in happiness. The weak Sudras became afraid. Jayadratha's father had also a benediction. Jayadratha's father had a benediction. Anyone who causes my son's head to fall on the ground, his head will break to 1,000 pieces. So when the arrow cut the head and popped in the air, then Krishna told him the benediction of Jayadratha's father. So Arjuna kept the head going ding, ding by firing arrows. Jayadratha was doing meditation. Jayadratha's father was doing meditation. He felt plonk as the head came in his lap. What? Oh! In disgust, he cast the head off. Oh, that was his son's head. So his head broke into 1,000 pieces. So, Krishna, how much bhakti son? Krishna had promised, I will not fight in Mahabharata, but how much he cheated, doing so much? The back way. So all these pastimes in Kameva. So another pastime is there. The Kurus, when they knew the Pandavas were in the forest, they became very happy. Forest life means no cooked food. No rice, no chapati, no dal, no paneer, nothing. Just fruits, roots, like this. So the Kurus said, let's go and have a big festival. So the Pandavas were in Kamyavan. So they set up their big kitchen, made sure the wind was going in the right direction. So the smell of the pakoras, eggplants, and all this would go in that direction. The halwa, can't speak, mouth is full of water. So they want to torture the Pandavas. So the Kurus went to take bath. So one Gandharva from the celestial, hey, can't take bath, this is my water. What do you mean? Some fight was there. So this Gandharva was a friend of Arjuna. So anyway, so the Gandharvas hammered the Kurus, and they captured Duryodhana and took him in the sky. So Duryodhana was crying, help me, someone help. So when the Pandavas saw that, especially Bhim became so much ecstatic. What we could not achieve by great endeavor is being achieved automatically through someone else. When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's son-in-law, Amoga, Sarvabhauma had invited Mahaprabhu for prasad, and he cooked hundreds and hundreds of preparations, and mountains of them. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he saw the prasad. No, just a little bit of rice, a little bit of pumpkin sabji. So I cannot eat so much. Then Sarvabhauma said, don't cheat us. I know how much you can eat. In the Jagannath temple, you eat 56 times a day. in Dwarka how many wives you have. How many aunties? 18 aunties. They're all the wives of his father, Vasudev. So how many wives, how many aunties, how many grandmothers in Braj, how much? I know how much you eat. This is nothing for you. So please don't deceive us and just eat without duplicity. So Mahaprabhu was defeated by Sarvabhauma, so he began eating. That time, Amoga came. What? This sannyasi is eating enough for 200 people. So, that time, Bhattacharya became so angry, his eyes became red. He took a stick and went to beat his son-in-law. Amoga knew it was the end of the world, Armageddon out of him. So he ran. Sarvabhauma was old, could not catch him, but could abuse him with very bad language. So this is quite funny. Raj Pandit, the guru of the king, Sarvabhauma, you have heard this one? Very bad language he was using, so Mahaprabhu was laughing. Oh, he's just a child. Okay. But Sarvabhauma became very angry. I never see his face again. Tell my daughter, give up her husband. Her husband is fallen. She should not stay in that sangha, she should come back home. And Sarvabhauma's wife even more violent. May my daughter-in-law become a widow, may he die. So that day, Amoga got cholera. That day, then and there. So when Sarvabhauma heard, he became happy and said the same thing. Oh, what we could not do, Providence has done, he said. So Yudhisthira said, no. When we are 100 and they are 5. But when someone is against us, we are 105. These also are brothers. You should save. So Arjuna attacked the Gandharvas, but he was so many miles in the sky, so how will he get down? So Arjuna made a staircase of arrows in the sky. And Duryodhana came one by one, and that staircase ended at the feet of Yudhisthira. So in this way, the Pandavas enjoyed their pastimes there. So that's how we heard the pastimes of Duryodhana, of Durvasa Rishi, partial expansion of Lord Shiva. Durvasa, hard to please, but if you pleased him, he would give very powerful benedictions. Like one time Durvasa came to Dwarka, and he said to Krishna, I want to see your city, arrange the chariot. So Krishna brought the chariot. Sit here, Maharaj. Durvasa said, no, not on a chariot pulled by horses. Bring your wife. Bring your wife, Rukmini. She should pull the chariot. Who would do like that? Own wife, pull the chariot. Ready, Raghunath? Don't have to answer. So Rukmini was pulling the chariot, and Durvasa was going faster. So Krishna was not, of course, whipping Rukmini, but Rukmini was pulling the chariot. Then, okay, time has come. Then Durvasa, for some reason, became angry, ran off. Krishna chased him. I'm sorry, Maharaj, we could not serve you. Some remnants Durvasa ordered, cover yourself. So Krishna covered himself and his wife in the remnants of Durvasa because Durvasa ordered. Then Durvasa was so touched by Krishna. Oh Krishna, only you can do like this, no false ego. So I give you a benediction, your whole body will be immortal. Except you forgot to put sweet rice on the bottom of your feet. That is the only place your life can be taken. So Durvasa. So one day Duryodhana served Durvasa so much. Durvasa was very pleased. What do you want? And then Duryodhana said, please go to Kamyavan and take lunch at the kutir of the Pandavas, but only go at like 4 o'clock. Because Draupadi had a pot from the sun god, the Aksai Patra. As long as Draupadi had not eaten, it could feed millions of people, unlimited. So after Draupadi finished serving her husbands and guests, she washed that pot and put it upside down. That time Durvasa came. We are hungry, Maharaj. Yes, take Krishna. Then Draupadi began to weep. We cannot feed our guests. I have turned the pot upside down. Hey Krishna, hey Dwarkadish, save us. That time Krishna came and immediately Krishna said that we are very hungry. Then Draupadi began to cry more. You are putting salt on my wound. There must be something. And then Draupadi checked and somehow there was a little bit of spinach on the pot. Krishna took, I'm happy. When Krishna is the soul of the universe, when Krishna is satisfied, everyone became satisfied. In this way, the Pandavas defeated Durvasa and his 60,000 disciples who ran away. So this Kami went so many places. We could not talk about Yudhishthira and the Yaksha because time is not there. Go Premanandi. Okay? Kunja Bihari, what does renunciation give? Joy. What's the greatest wealth? Self-satisfaction. We're reading today the questions. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.